Hey love, it is me, a little pocket of sunshine. And today I'm coming at you finally with the biblical realization of Ruth. Now, before I begin, I want to say, you guys, this message was really hard to get out. And I'm going to talk about that more later on as to why it was so hard to get out. But, yesterday, my day at work was fine. I just ended up feeling bad near the end of the day for like no reason. And through the whole night, really, I ended up feeling kind of down, and I was down for a little bit. So, with that being said, I said that, you guys, because I want to make you aware and I want to make you understand that because everything that I'm talking about is spiritual, um, whenever you feel that type of pushback where you know you've done something right, you know you were in the right, but you have your periods after that real big high where you drop down low and you're like, well, what the heck happened? Like, why did this happen? That is the enemy trying to play with you. And that is the enemy trying to play with your heart and with your loyalty to the Most High. So, guys, let's go ahead and get into this biblical realization of today. So the first song that I heard while I was channeling this was by Melanie Martinez, and it is High School Sweethearts. Um, you know how it goes. Can we just be honest? These are the requirements. If you think you can be my one and only true love. Now, again, let me talk about that for a second. When it comes to love, you guys, and when it comes to relationships and partnerships, it is very natural to have boundaries. It's very natural to have terms and conditions that you will and will not stand for. But it's also about understanding what those terms and conditions come with and what your own boundaries come with, okay? So the enemy is already playing with my head a little bit. Like I said, he's been playing with my head all night. We're going to go ahead and get into the story of Ruth and what we got. So with the story of Ruth, you guys, we see loyalty. Ruth understood the terms and conditions when she decided to stay with Naomi. She even laid it out plain as far as going as far as to be like, your people will be my people, your God will be my God. And when you see someone do something like this, like Ruth, you understand that God gives you free will. So after every decision you make, remember, God played part of the role in that outcome. The rest of that is on you. That's on you. The decision is always going to be on you. It's always about being obedient, however, to the decision that we make. And so the story of Ruth here, it teaches us to shift our perspectives on things, shift how we look at things. You know, do we understand the terms and conditions when we're going towards something? A lot of times when it comes to love. And because we do we understand that whatever choice we make, it's always going to be on us? Because, like we said just before, God played a part in the role in the decision that was made. So let's go ahead, you guys, and talk a little bit about loyalty. Loyalty is your dedication and your trust with your relationship with God. Let me say that again. Loyalty is your dedication and your trust to the Most High. Now, I say this because in the Bible it says that, hold on, I'm jumping all over the place, y'all. In the Bible it says that if you lean on him, he will take care of you. For I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and ensure you success, not harm. At this time, what you guys could be going through is spiritual warfare. And right now, your loyalty to the Most High is being tested. Now, let's get into why it's being tested. Baby, the next thing that the enemy told God that he think you gonna fall to is timing. You see how the devil tried to stop me from getting this message out, and no matter what, I still got this message out. You see how the enemy tried to play on my emotions and on my heart, but despite that, I still got this message out, you guys. Let's talk about timing. A lot of times, we ask ourselves, Lord, when is it gonna happen? Is it gonna happen for me? Should I do this? Did I do the right thing? And the answer here is yes. Because no matter what decision you made, if your body, reacted in a certain way, that is your spirit talking. That is your spirit saying, hey, I'm either okay with this or I'm not okay with this. And so the enemy's next bet, you guys, is that you'll get tired of waiting for the blessing that is promised to you. Let's talk a little bit more about divine timing and God's timing. I brought up loyalty because timing that we spend worrying about things that we have already been enlightened to, that was taken out of our lives or that was hidden from us. That time that we spent worrying, confirmation with the bird, that time that we spend questioning and doubting, that is called fleeting loyalty. What we are giving off to the Most High when we do this, to God when we do this, is fleeting loyalty. And that's why it's important. You have to shift your thinking when you start. Because sometimes we be up here blaming God on something not working or doubting or questioning things. And the reality is, it's not entirely his fault. We played a part in it too. That's not me saying that you should go back to something that hurt you, because I do want to make a note, you guys. This that you're getting from me, this type of healing that's coming in your life, where you're seeing blessings more, you're seeing more positive energy, and you're also seeing the enemy run around more. This is trauma healing. Yes, this is emotional healing. And you're getting taught by how to heal your emotions by God. He's coming in to give you a gentle lesson. So if you are someone who's you know what, I keep swapping back and forth going, oh, did I do the right thing or did I didn't, or is it gonna happen or whatever, did I just do myself? Try to remember, if you are someone who has been through some type of trauma, whether that be emotional, physical, spiritual, you are healing, and the Most High is sending healing energy towards you, and he is healing you in real time. But understand that you have boundaries and you have terms and conditions. Again, the song by Melody Martinez, High School Sweetheart. These are the requirements. If you think you can be my one and only true love. And let me tell you something. Not only is that song reminding you that it is okay to have boundaries, certain terms and conditions, things that you will and will not take. Because the Most High has requirements for you. Oh yes, we serve a jealous God. He said, look, you ain't gonna have no other God before me. You ain't gonna have no other obsession before me. That's my terms and conditions. You're gonna give yourself to me fully. And when you decide to walk by faith and with God, the Most High, you understand that terms and condition. So Ruth here went in a totally different direction. But she understood that despite that different direction she was going in, despite her, abandoning everything she knew behind, what Naomi needed at this time was loyalty. But not just any loyalty, you guys. Let me say that again. Not just any loyalty, because there's different types of loyalties. Confirmation, the birds. A lot of people are loyal to a lot of different things in this lifetime. But Ruth was not loyal to the wrong thing. She was loyal to the right thing. She had good intentions. And because of that, she met Boaz. Do you guys understand? Ruth gave up everything she knew just to make sure Naomi would not forget the God that she served. That was her intention. Her intention was not, to make sure she had a successful life. She gave all that up. She even told Naomi, your people will be my people. Your God will be my God. And may nothing but death stop me if I try not to do this. That's some crazy work. Saying, look, don't let nothing but death stop me from making sure that I serve my purpose for you. And that could be how, God is really moving in your life at this time. He wants you to have that same type of loyalty to him. You've been praying to him, asking him for blessings, But he needs that loyalty from you. He needs to know that if he's going to, give this to you and walk with you on this thing called life, you're going to walk with him. You're going to boogie with him even if the tunes start getting out of beat, baby. He needs to know. So Ruth, she was not, very arrogant about this either. She was very humbled. Ruth walked in a totally different field and drank totally different water than the soldiers until Boaz appeared. Divine timing, you guys. God's plan is about understanding that because you trust in him, that you trust that he will make it happen. Because you trust in him, 11:55, I'm going to say this again. He will, he will make it happen. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not harm, plans to give you hope for a future. Jeremiah 29:11. If you guys like to read the Bible, I've already read a lot of Jeremiah to the point where I want to name my first son Jeremiah. But yeah, if I have a son. But ain't that what you said you wanted? Ain't this what you said you wanted, to understand your emotions and yourself better? Wasn't that one of the things that you said was the problem before to God when it happened or when something went down? God, I didn't know how to trust. And confirmation, it got quiet. God, I don't know what to do. Or even if you didn't say that, you showed it. So God is teaching you this now, that building stability with him is going to get you far. It even says, faith without works is nothing. Faith without works is dead. They even compare a working man to someone who is sinful in the Bible, I believe. But I want you guys to understand, when I say man, unless you are relating this to a man, I'm really talking about man as in man and woman, okay? But faith without trusting in his timing, you guys, it's not loyal. It's not loyal like he asks of you. It's not even loyal like you want in your relationships, your partnerships, whether it be business, personal, or not. It's fleeting loyalty. And so because it's fleeting loyalty, what do you think you're going to experience in your life? Fleeting loyalty. Things that have only partial loyalty to you, whether this be jobs, people, places, or things. Now, I'm going to stop giving you guys a little bit of a spiritual whooping, and we're going to raise the beat up a little bit, because God wanted you to make sure that you understood this. And I know some of you guys used to listen to this song, so if you did, go ahead and play it. Join with me. Come and spend some time with God with me. We got swagger like us. You know how that goes. No one on the corner has swagger like us. Swagger like us. Swagger, swagger like us. No one on the corner has swagger like us. Swagger like us. Swagger, swagger like us. No one on the corner has swagger like God's anointed, like God's anointed. No one on the corner has swagger like God's anointed, like God's anointed. No one in the corner. Woo! Y'all almost got up in there. But This came in to remind you that you are God's anointed. You are chosen. If you are seeing these things happening in real time, if you are relating to the situation, if you're looking at the world like, why can I see a lot of shit and not other people can? That is because you are divinely anointed and you were put here for a purpose, to serve the Most High and do what He has planned for you. Now, if this is a tough season you're going through, I'm getting that it could honestly go through winter, probably through the whole cold season here, this tough season that you're going through. Remember that because you are God's anointed, that He will never put too much on you that you can't carry. It even says in the Bible, He knew you before you was born. He knew your thoughts before you even were here. And don't you think that if a being like that knew that much about you and spent this much time and dispatched this much positive energy so you could heal for you, don't you think if he decided to do that, he knows you're ready for this battle? Yes, baby, we are in spiritual warfare, but it ain't never been anything like it. But it's all about trusting in the Most High, trusting in the healing plan that He has for you. Don't forget Melanie Martinez, High School Sweethearts. Can we just be honest? These are the requirements. If you think you can be my one and only true love, you must promise. Okay, I'm gonna stop. But you guys, I did that to remind you that just like Ruth met Boaz, you are gonna have your sunny day. This is all just a test. This is all just the enemy trying to make you forget that you serve the Most High and that He has better plans for you. And it gets dark, it gets cold, it gets lonely in these cold seasons. But the Most High understands that. God understands that, you guys. He's going to dispatch angels, people, places, and things that will happen in your life so that way you can feel better and heal how you need to. Because no more being a rug mat people can walk all over, okay? It's time for you to have not only respect for yourself like you want in your partner or a job or anything, but respect for yourself. You have to have, you have to shift your thinking when it comes to a lot of these relationships and things that you want. You have to understand that not only do you have terms and conditions, but so does it. And don't give me that BS talking about everything don't have terms and conditions. When you go to job, you agree to work at a certain time. That is a term and a condition. So go meet me halfway with that. But divine timing, you guys, is about understanding because you trust the Most High, that you trust that He will make it happen. So do not let the enemy use time against you. Do not let the enemy start making you doubt what you already know is yours. Because you are divinely anointed. If you don't flick that devil away and tell him to go try again another day, if you don't sit up there and actually rebuke him, go, I rebuke you, devil, in the name of Jesus. If you don't sit up there and pick up a book that has, I don't know, sweet Bible words in it like I do, to remind you that you are not alone and the Most High is there and that this is all part of the healing journey. If you don't pick up your Bible and read it, or at least get to something in it, if you don't get to work like you are supposed to, why do you think the Most High will work for you? Faith without works is dead. This is the time where your faith is being tested. This is the time where it's the time to put your money where your mouth is, baby. You said you love the Most High. You said you gonna serve him. You said you trust him. He asking for you to show him it. 1848, don't play with me. This is about ending out cycles that make you feel like you can't change. 50, I saw 1250. This is about changing finally your life. And you do that by changing the way you think. This is a lot of healing going on. All right, you guys. I love you. Thank you for boogieing with me. And I'm so glad we finally got through Ruth. Woo, I feel a lot better after this realization. Because like I said, the enemy was playing on me all day. Because I had planned to do this reading. Do this message here yesterday. And while I was trying to write it all out, write all the information I had got from my time of even looking at Ruth, My dog kept barking. My dog kept coughing. And, like, I just kept having to get up and take care of things. So remember, um, the enemy may work hard, but God's angels work harder. I love you guys. Bye.